prosperity can come about only when the farmer and businessmen enjoy economic freedom. It is time to reawaken this industrial giant, to get government back within its means, and to lighten our punitive tax burden. Government is the problem. Together, we began the task of controlling the size and activities of the government. Today, America has the strongest economic growth, one of the lowest inflation rates, the fastest rate of job creation. We're enjoying the highest level of business investment in history. America is on the move again and expanding toward new eras of opportunity for everyone. There stands before the entire world one great and inescapable conclusion. Freedom leads to prosperity. Freedom is the victor.
We're at a crossroads in our country, and it's very important that we really turn our country around.
It has definitely changed since I was young.
I'm here personally because I am fighting for this country.
I think the greatest example of Americans for Prosperity truly having an impact in the culture of freedom has been in my home state of Wisconsin. We started in 2005 on the shores of Lake Michigan with 15 intrepid activists, and we've seen that movement grow now to over 135,000 citizens. We are out there talking to regular individual citizens, people who believe like we do, that the big government policies that we've seen pushed through Washington and in so many state houses across the country are the wrong ones for this country. We know that there's a better path. We know that if we get back to the founding principles of this nation and wake other citizens up to the fact that there is a better way, we can transform this country, and that's what we're focused on doing at AFP. The grassroots are the most important component that we have in defense of these issues in our nation. We are out there on the front lines every day.
I started as a volunteer at Americans for Prosperity in my home state of Arkansas. Our mission is to advance freedom and to make sure that the principles that made this country great continue on, so people have opportunities for prosperity. They have opportunities to, set their course and determine their future.
For a long time, our side has never had the technology to compete with the left. Over the last 2 years, our team have created cutting-edge technology through our iPad door-to-door app, our data analytics components, our tracking on the back end, and making sure that we are talking to the right person at the right time to deliver the message of economic freedom.
So today we're actually all meeting up and we're going to canvass some neighborhoods.
We come in the morning, we grab our bags, we get all of the promotional materials that we're going to hand out, so the door hangers, we get our iPads.
We're checking out iPads, which contain technology with the house information.
We're deploying the latest technologies in canvassing.
It maps it all out, takes you right to the door. It's wonderful.
My favorite thing about working for AFP is the fact that I actually get to make a difference. You hear people talk about boots on the ground a lot of times, but here we are, the actual boots on the ground, out in neighborhoods like this one, talking to people and making a difference in the fight against Obamacare and big government policies.
We are fighting on the front lines, and if we don't get this job done, it's not going to get done.
We are effectuating change day in and day out, and it's by far the best organization to work for for a number of reasons, but one being that day in and day out we make a difference in people's lives.
We utilize a predictive dialer phone system, so we're not just randomly calling numbers, but we're calling them in a strategic fashion using an algorithm to talk to these individuals. You can use the phone system to dial from home. If you want to just make a couple phone calls a night and help us advance economic freedom, that capability is out there as well. If you want to go knock on doors in your neighborhood, your field director can set you up with a login and a password to talk to these individuals within your neighborhood about the causes of economic freedom and individual liberty that our cause is so passionate about.
If you found in a state 2,000 people who would be willing to give just 1 hour a week, you would absolutely change the face of that state. It's great if we talk to people who agree with us, but we want to talk to our friends and neighbors, the people who aren't quite sure where they stand on the issues, or people who don't understand how these issues like utility taxes or energy taxes impact their family's life, how the government takeover of healthcare changes their family's decisions and opportunities. That's who we want to talk to. And so we're going out to talk to the middle. Go to IamAFP.com. volunteer today, commit to work hard to make sure freedom's there for the next generation.
Utilizing our technology and our data systems by donating just a couple hours a week, either making phone calls or knocking doors from home or coming into one of our field offices to join our field directors and go out and join other like-minded individuals, our teams will make a difference in this fight for the long term and for the short term to save America.
For us, we think that the policies and the principles of freedom are the ones that over the generations have shown not to let the American people down. We know that healthcare cannot be controlled by the government. We know that energy policies are hurting regular folks and eliminating jobs in key areas of this country. And we know that the policies and principles of freedom show us a better path.
I look at the gift of freedom and I look at liberty. And what would make us think that something as precious as freedom wouldn't mean that we have to work hard? That's what Americans for Prosperity does. We work hard to make sure that freedom and liberty and the opportunities that we were blessed with are there for the next generation. I have 3 sons. I want them to be able, to determine their path and set their course and succeed or fail on their own merits.
I'm involved in this fight because I have 3 young children. Cole, Caleb, and Kelly are my kids, and I want to give them a better America.
I'm in this fight because I think that it improves people's lives. I think freedom provides the most opportunity for the most people.
We are the torchbearers. If you have it in your heart that you believe in the principles of freedom, that you want to see this country succeed, that you want a better life for you and your family, you can't find any better organization in America to spend your time being an active member in Americans for Prosperity.
Honestly, whatever I do one day with my life, I want to make a difference. I don't want to just punch a clock. I don't want to just be making time. I want to make a difference. You're part of Americans for Prosperity now, and we're the biggest organization fighting for economic prosperity for our citizens. Our goal, and now your goal, I hope and trust, is to make sure that we give every American their best shot at the American dream. And that's whatever their vision of the American dream is. But we believe that the best shot for that dream comes with economic freedom.